Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today's story is called Heartlines on the Front. In the midst of a war-torn landscape, where the echoes of conflict drowned out the whispers of peace, a story unfolded, a military drama that intertwined the valor of soldiers with the enduring values of Valentine's Day: love, sacrifice, and connection. Captain Lucas Bennett, a seasoned officer of the Allied forces, found himself stationed at a remote outpost on the fringes of enemy territory. Amidst the daily challenges of leadership and the weight of responsibility for his men, Lucas carried a personal burden, a heart aching for his beloved, Eleanor, whom he left behind in a small town draped in the serenity of peacetime. As Valentine's Day approached, the contrast between the war's harsh reality and the day's symbolism of love and affection grew starker. Lucas, a man of action yet a poet at heart, decided to bridge this divide with an act of defiance against the despair of war: a Valentine's Day celebration for his weary troops. The planning of the celebration fell into the capable hands of Sergeant James "Jimmy" O'Reilly, a jovial soul who had managed to preserve his sense of humor in the face of adversity. Jimmy saw the occasion as an opportunity not just for morale but for reminding the men of the human connections that sustained them through the battle's chaos. Under the cover of night, Lucas and Jimmy orchestrated a clandestine operation unlike any their unit had ever embarked upon. They repurposed ration tins into makeshift lanterns and crafted decorations from the remnants of parachutes and supply crates. Letters and photographs, sent from loved ones and saved for moments of solace, were shared openly, weaving a tapestry of stories that transcended the front lines. The centerpiece of the celebration was the delivery of a batch of Valentine's cards, secretly requested by Lucas through coded messages to Eleanor. Using her network of volunteers back home, Eleanor managed to gather and dispatch the cards, each bearing messages of hope, love, and solidarity from the home front to the soldiers. As Valentine's Day dawned, the outpost was transformed. What was once a somber bastion against the encroaching darkness now glowed with the warmth of candlelight and the spirit of camaraderie. Lucas's men, battle-hardened and weary, found themselves embracing the day with an enthusiasm that belied their circumstances. Yet, the day was not without its trials. An unexpected skirmish with the enemy threatened to undo the fragile sense of peace the celebration had fostered. Lucas and his men were called to arms, their celebration cut short by the duty that had brought them to this desolate place. In the heat of battle, the values of Valentine's Day, the love for fellow man, the sacrifices made in the name of that love, and the connections that bind us all, were put to the ultimate test. Lucas, leading from the front, was driven by thoughts of Eleanor, of the life they yearned to rebuild in the war's aftermath. As the dust settled and silence reclaimed the battlefield, Lucas and his men emerged victorious, though not unscathed. The celebration they returned to was muted, a reflection on the day's events and the cost at which their moment of peace had been purchased. Heartlines on the Front became a tale that transcended the war itself, a narrative that captured the essence of Valentine's Day amidst the unlikely backdrop of military conflict. It was a story of how love, in its many forms, can flourish even in the most desolate conditions, offering a beacon of hope and a reminder of the human capacity for compassion and resilience. For Lucas, Jimmy, and their brothers in arms, Valentine's Day would forever be marked not by the shadow of war but by the light of love, a love that endured the crucible of conflict and emerged all the stronger for it.